Human is inherently moral. Now, inherently when we write a key term, let's say a question has a key term, that is called inherent. Right? Inherently moral. Now, when we say inherently moral, so what does it mean? By nature, basically, it is human by nature. So, this is how to start with. This is how it demands knowledge in ethics, not common sense. Anyone who knows it, he will start with this. So, he will start with this. Human, so human can be considered this way. So, he will start like and talk like this, that human is human, the different, let's say that normative thinkers, the different normative thinkers have given different, let's say that view about human nature. More largely, let's say we can start at most of the philosophers favor human nature as positive, that human tries to avoid evil and do good. The human is considered by Aristotle as ethical animal. This. Yes. This is what the human will be considered as something called ethical animal. This, and that way, let's say that this we can start it. So then we can go on saying even Kant will tell, utilitarian will tell. They consider human by nature as positive. That's why ethics has been taught. This is the first part. We have to link with philosophy. Then with which make human immoral. Now circumstances we have to see. Again, now you know circumstances. So let's see whether human is moral and circumstances make human immoral. Yes, though it is to some extent true. Let's say a civil servant. A civil servant is forced to take bribe. Forced to take bribe. This. So, if lack of means pressures, so there are pressures like stress. So when there are pressures and stress, then that result into people, let's say, moral temptation, you can say. It result into a kind of moral temptation. This. So, this may result into moral temptation. So, that is what we can consider that somehow when we talk about humans, so moral temptation it may result, and this may result into people doing wrong thing. We'll agree this, yes, it can be. Right. But then we have to counter it, that then it will become very simplistic. Then let's say that ethics has no meaning even if people are. So counter aspect is that also Hobbes. The Hobbes will say that no, human nature is selfish, not selfless. Selfish also, short and brutish also. Selfishness, let's say. The selfishness is also a view. And yes, we cannot say that it is not, because people even murder for the sake of their self-preservation. You know that has happened. This is one aspect. Second aspect is that they say, even if situation forces, so if we behave as per situation, then there is no, let's say, that meaning of an ideal conduct, character, etc. This. So a good human is one who is consistent in all situations. Even let's say that Gita also says the same thing. A human should be consistent in all situations. Do your duty, let's say that. In a given situation, you have to do your duty. Do your duty means act selflessly. This you can say. Act as per the standards of the conduct, you can say, rather than situation driven. And that is how, let's say, a good character is one which even in difficult situations does not give in. And therefore, we can say that if human is inherently moral and human is strong, even situation will not force the human to act in immoral fashion. Hence, therefore, it comes, let's say, whether by nature really human is moral or there are several other factors. So, there are also several other factors which influence. That's why human behavior keeps changing. Today a person can be honest, tomorrow he may not. You can see the civil servants, they join as honest candidate, but then situation will know that force. But does it mean that they were not moral? So that debate remains, let's say, largely inconclusive. You can say that whether we are by nature moral or we are born and learn moral aspect, you can say this, and situation forces. However, still if you go as per the philosophy that we have, whatever the philosophy we have so far, the philosophy will tell that overwhelmingly human nature is positive, means human is, let's say, that inherently moral. And that will be explained by virtue ethics also, Kantian philosophy also, and teleological philosophy also. That should be the end.